Hey, Facebook family. Happy Tuesday. Happy Women's History Month. Happy end of March. We are ending March. It's about to be April. Oh my God. Can you believe that? I am finding it hard to believe that we are just moving through this new year just so fast and expeditiously. So I hope you're getting all your goals done and getting all that you want to accomplish in this year so far. It's been quite a year so far, just in these last 3 months. A lot has happened with me. I imagine that a lot has happened with you. I really hope that you all have been enjoying this Angels Good Vibes Zone Hour of Power, Boss Talks, Women's History Month edition interviews I've been doing every Tuesday of this month. I hope you have enjoyed the women entrepreneurs I have been talking with and have learned some great things from them, been inspired by them. Also to follow them and to patronize their businesses and to know about what great things they're doing, to be a blessing in Chicago with their businesses. And so it just really has been an overwhelming feeling of just wonderfulness for me to do this and to interview the different women. And I just know it's been a blessing for them too. So I'm really glad that you guys are tuning in every Tuesday. It's just really special to me that you do that, and special the ones who are sharing and who are subscribing to the YouTube. My YouTube did increase a little bit in followers, not a whole lot, but a little bit. So make sure you go to YouTube, find Angels Good Vibes Zone, and subscribe today to my YouTube channel. All the interviews I've done are on there now, including this one will be on there later after I finish it. Today, we are not ending this piece on a not wonderful note. We have a really amazing entrepreneur, and it just happens to be the anniversary of her business starting, of her getting her business going with her studio, I believe, today, ironically. So it's so cool that I'm actually doing this interview with her today because it's a special day for her in her business as well. So the entrepreneur I'm interviewing today is named Michelle Miller of Chelle LaBelle Photography. She is a great sister of mine, a great photography sister of mine, and a great colleague of me and Shannon's. And we just love her so very much. And I am so excited because I think she said this is the first interview of this type she has done. And so I'm just excited to see how this interview goes. And I'm waiting for her to get on. So as soon as she does, I'll send her a request. I don't see anyone viewing just yet, but y'all come on in. Come on in. Because today is definitely going to be a sensational interview. And something you don't want to miss. Okay, so Michelle, I just sent you an invite to join the live. I know you say you're trying to get together on your end how you're going to join the live. Me, I always do it from my phone. Yeah, just because I have never tried to do it from the laptop. So next time I'm going to try that. Speaking of next time, I put out some posts saying I was looking for 2 women to interview for April that I do not know. And you guys were so overwhelming in giving me people suggestions. I have so many people to contact and reach out to, which I'm going to do this week. So if you are new friends on Facebook and you're seeing this interview today, just know I will be reaching out to you. I will be picking those 2 women, and then the rest of the women I will try to interview you in the months to come. So just look for me to let you know more details about that for the month to come. I want to keep these interviews going, and they're going to be done in different ways. Like I said, this next phase of ones in April, it's going to be 2 different women, and they're going to be women I do not know. This time I did women I knew in the month of March and that I felt that weren't highlighted as much. And then in April, I'm going to do 2 women I don't know at all. And then after that, in May, I'm going to do moms. And then after that, I'm just going to keep it going and doing interviews with ladies that are bosses and in business. And then in June and July, I'm going to do men who are bosses and in business and are fathers and in business. So it's going to just be great. I'm going to keep this going, keep the content going for my YouTube, and give you all the good inspiration and stuff that you need. Hey, Sequana, my cousin, I see you watching. I don't know if you're still on. As you guys come in, please say hi. You know I'm big on that. Please say hi to me. Say how you doing. Say what's up, Angel. All that good stuff. I'm going to actually send a message to Michelle letting her know I sent the invitation. Okay. But yeah, shortly we will be interviewing Michelle Miller of LaBelle Photography. And you're going to find out more information about her business, more information about her, and just be inspired. Be inspired, whether man or woman. Be inspired. That is what this is all about. Inspiration, positivity, motivation, and just bringing a light to others who are carrying their gifts and their light in such an awesome way. And so I'm just excited to do that. I'm sitting here now too, watching Fox. The reel just went off. Like I said, I'm very inspired by other talk show hosts as I'm doing this, of how I, do this piece, and to do it with integrity and to do it with energy and all that good stuff, and my personality. I hope y'all loving the fro. It's kind of different today. The texture is a little different. I had it in some braids and I took them out and tried to fluff it out, and yeah, it's giving me some other vibes. It's giving me different vibes today, the fro. It's different, but it's cool. And I'm feeling good because you okay, she having problems joining y'all, so give me just a minute. Give me a minute. Sorry, y'all, I'm typing. Okay. So I just sent her some information so she can know how to join lives. Because at first, I didn't know. So I had to learn, and this has been a process of learning. So I've learned now the ways of Facebook Live and people joining and all that good stuff. But y'all, as y'all in here, please say hi to me. Please don't be in here and then give emojis like I just seen. April, how you doing? Just do that. Thank you so much. Say hi to me. Don't be lurking. Nobody likes a lurker on Facebook. Say hi. Give me some love. Give me some encouragement. Yes, say beautiful. Yeah, you're a beautiful, Ariel. Thank you so much. I'm feeling really good. I'm going to shout woman business out. I got on my beautiful queen lip gloss made by Ariel Griffin. If you're looking for some amazing clear lip gloss and you think my lips are popping, then you need to get you some from Ariel. Her business is Adore Beauty and Nails on Facebook and Instagram. And that's what I'm wearing today. And look at the bottle. Doesn't it look like it's a queen gloss? The glitter and all the bedazzlement. Yes, just like how it makes my lips look popping is how the packaging is. It's popping. So support Ariel Griffin. She's one of my great sisters in business and in life. And I always try to wear her gloss. I don't know if she knows that I'm always wearing her gloss when I'm doing my stuff on live and on videos. Hey, Miss Devin, how are you doing? Another amazing boss woman. I just know a lot of boss women. I'm lucky. You should post a link for the lip glosses. Okay. Posting the link for the lip glosses. Let's see how. It's not like a website. It's more like her page. So I probably I'm just going to tag her in the comments. How about that? I'm going to tag her in the comments to see if she will pop on and give information about the gloss. Yeah. So I just tagged her so she give her information. Thank you, Miss Devin. I'm trying to bring y'all this great motivation and everything. I'm hoping that, it's working out, that you guys are being motivated and inspired and feel good. Miss Devin, I do want to interview you at some point. Probably have to be later this year because I have all these other interviews coming up, but I want to interview you, ma'am, because you're another boss woman who's doing some boss amazing things. Yeah, so we are just waiting for our guests to pop on. Like I said, Facebook Live, I had to learn how to do it myself. It's quite interesting. But as soon as she comes on, we're going to get into this interview. So I don't hold you up. And yeah, we're going to get it popping. I see she is watching now. Yes, I see. So I don't know if you see, Michelle, it's your notifications. So you get a notification that says Angel is trying to invite you to the live. I'll send it again because now you're on. So I just sent it again. So it should be popping up on your screen saying to live, and then you hit the thing to like join it. That's how you get in. That's how you do that. Yep. Hey, there we
Hi.
go.
Okay.
Hey.
Like,
All
I
right.
don't know how to do this, but okay, I'm here now. Sorry about that.
You are perfect. You are fine. It's 12:10. I've been talking and just running my mouth like I do anyway. So it's totally fine. You look
Okay.
beautiful.
Thank you.
Yes, come on, brown skin.
Thank you. Thank
And
you.
come on. What show me this outfit.
Look, it's just a little, just a little
Okay.
vest with a shirt, nothing too crazy.
Okay, she looking so professional. I'm today so chilled and laid back. I'm sorry, I didn't dress up today.
Nope, that's perfectly fine. Look, you wearing your Black women supported shirt, and that's even better. So I was trying to connect with my desktop to see if that camera will work, but since it's not working, I'll just use my phone. So let me just kind of like pop.
I still use the desktop because it would be easy, so I don't have to hold this phone this whole time. But it's it's a progress. I guess using your camera on the computer is a whole nother different thing.
Yeah, you have to like connect the streaming service and all type of stuff. So I was like, okay, I'm not gonna do that. Let me just use my phone real quick.
Yeah, but you're looking beautiful. And my husband and I were talking before getting on here. He said, Angel, do you know it's her anniversary? I said, yes. I said, isn't that ironic that that's today?
I said the same thing. I said, wow. And it didn't dawn on me until yesterday. And I was like, oh, tomorrow makes 1 year that I've opened my studio. So this is look, everything is just coming together.
Yes, it's all in alignment. I always say
Yes.
that anytime that happens, that's meant to happen that way, because we actually were supposed to do your interview last week and now we end up doing it this week. And it was meant to happen this week for this very reason. It's a day of celebration in several ways. And so it's good. So if you guys are not aware of what I'm saying, today is the anniversary of Chelle LaBelle Studios opening up actually on this day last year. She had a big event. It was wonderful. So many people came out, and she has a great studio. And tell them the address of the studio.
Yes. My studio is located 400 West 76th Street. It's like right off of 76 and Stewart. I'm in the Stewart Business Center on the 4th floor.
Right. So y'all have passed the Stewart Business Center. So if you were wondering what's going on in there, there's a lot of great things going on in there. And one of them is Chelle LaBelle Photography. So you guys definitely, as I just get into this first piece and we're just going to go into it, tell me about what you do in business.
Yes. So I am the owner of Chelle LaBelle Photography. I have been doing photography since 2018. I got my LLC in 2020, and then yeah. So I just been doing this for almost 4 years. So yeah, it's been a great experience. And then also too, I started taking photos during my undergrad in college as a historian. So that's where it really began, like in 2000.
Okay.
I started taking pictures for the Black Student Union on campus. I was taking pictures of all their meetings and events and just, taking photos that way. And then after college, I kind of like put it aside for a little bit and then brought it back. So, yeah, it's been going hard since 2018.
Wow, wow, that's amazing. So, is it anything else? Because I always say I learn stuff that I don't know about y'all, even though I know y'all, the people I've been interviewing. I've been learning some things. So, is there anything else in business that you are doing now that you want to say that you have coming up, or even mention that you want to do with your business soon to come?
Yes, I am trying to create a mentorship program. It's called My Bells, and they're going to be my mentees. And I'm going to mentor them in the field of photography. I want to basically share my knowledge, share what I know, um, to aspire to the aspiring photographers, especially young adults, like the young
Okay.
kids that wants to get into photography. I want to mentor them, be a resource for them because I didn't have too many, resources coming into this game, and so I want them to have like a supportive friend resource so that what I'm saying, they could be able to grow and learn in photography as well, and it could be a little bit easier for them because it wasn't that easy for me. So, you
Okay.
know, I just want to be able to help as much as I can. So the mentorship program, I'm hoping to launch it by the end of the year, if not early next year. I wanted to get a bunch of other photographers to come in and basically, help me with training them and basically just give their take on the photography field and, the game and how it goes and stuff like that. So I'll be reaching out to a bunch of my photographer friends to see if they wouldn't mind coming to speak to this group of mentees that I want to, bring in. So yes, I'm looking forward to that. Um, and what else? That's pretty much the biggest thing I would like to say. And then also I want to trademark Chelle LaBelle Studios as well because I also want to buy commercial property units. So, and
Okay.
then yeah, and then also have Chelle LaBelle Studios like worldwide, basically. I know it's a big,
Wow.
it's like this big old idea that I have to have my studio set up in different cities around the country, basically. And then because I just don't want to service the people in my community. I want to travel. I want to go to different cities. I want to be able to work with different types of people, even out the country. And so Chelle LaBelle Studios is going to be it's going to encompass everything from makeup to photography to modeling. It's going to have all of that together, all creatives basically coming together under one roof, and it's
Wow.
yeah, it's gonna be big. That's my vision. Like that's what I see.
I say,
You know,
space that vision. I
yes,
can definitely see that. I can see you teaching. I can see you leading
yes,
others. I can see people coming onto your team and working under you and
yes,
building and growing and, kind of like almost how church starts are, how they kind of go from the pastor and start their own thing. And so I can see that. I can see a Chelle LaBelle or my a Bell's learning center.
yes,
I can see
yes.
that.
My bills, isn't it cute?
Yeah, that's super cute. That's super cute and catchy, and I love it.
Yeah,
I can see all that, and so I just pray God gives you the resources, gives you the direction, gives you the team to be able to put that all together. But keep speaking your vision because your vision is going to come to pass, and you said it so. Like, just like you could see it yourself. And so it's definitely going to come to pass because you have it specifically laid out to what you
yes,
want it to be. And
yes.
I definitely could see that for you and for your business. It's definitely your business has been growing exponentially. And
It's
I
been
actually want to.
crazy.
It
Super.
is
Like I'm still shocked to this day. Like I really can't believe that I was able to quit my job and really go full time as a full entrepreneur, like really like a photographer. Like this is my life. What? I get to wake up every day and do what I love and get paid for it. Like it's crazy. So I'm just so grateful and just so blessed. I just no words. I ain't got no words. It's all God, not me. That's all God's doing.
right, right.
So,
And this is not like one of the questions, but I want to kind of like ask you about that since we're talking about, the fact that you did leave your job and you're doing this full time. And then I know some might not know, but I guess I want to say that today. At one point, and then at one point in our entrepreneur life, we all want to give up. We all like be like, I don't know if I could do this. And I know you had some moments like that. But I want to know today, or you to explain to people, how'd you come out of that and then go full throttle like you are now, and then also coming to the point of like, okay, I'm gonna leave my job and I'm gonna do this full time.
Yes. Okay. So I would like to say it took a lot of refocusing at a point in my life where I had lost some friends, I had ended a relationship, and I was just like, what am I doing? Like, what I'm working this job, which is okay, it's paying the bills, but I'm also doing photography, but I'm not doing it as consistent as I would like to because I didn't have the support. I didn't have, the people in my corner. I had a couple, but I didn't have that full support. And so I was like, okay, you know what? Maybe this isn't what I'm supposed to be doing. And I kind of like started second guessing myself. And then it came to the point where I started meditating and praying and kind of trying to talk to God and try to figure out what my purpose was, right? And so I was always just talking to him, trying to figure out like what it is that I'm supposed to be doing. And it just dawned on me like, this is what you're really good at. You know what I'm saying? This is something that you love doing. Why not for 1 year just be consistent and just see what happens, right? Just 1 year, book as many clients as you can, do as many photo shoots as you can, and see what happens. And at this time, I was shooting out of a hair salon, and so shout out to my friend Jazz, the hairstylist. She let me use her shop to do photo shoots, and it was super crazy because she was doing hair on one side and I had a whole setup for my photo shoots on the other side. And so I was doing that, and I was consistently grinding, going way out there to 127 to shoot in the shop. And I just stuck with it, because I knew it was going to be something that was going to pay off, and eventually it did. And
Wow.
so took it took me having to sit still and kind of like really talk to God and ask, like, what it is that you want me to do, like what's my purpose, what am I supposed to be doing here? And it came to me, and he was like, yeah, this is something that you're good at. You know what I'm saying? You want to stick to whatever you're good at, whatever you love doing, and then grow from there, right?
Right.
So that's exactly what I did, and it's been rewarding ever since, because now I don't even question what my purpose is or what I'm supposed to be doing. I already know. And when you know like this is what you should be doing, it you feel 10 times better. Like you have more assurance of yourself too. So yeah.
Wow. Now, how did you take the steps? Because a lot of people are where you are. They have their business, but they haven't left their 9 to 5, but they want to, but they're scared. So how did you take the step to do that and to combat that fear of, well, what's going to happen when I do this?
Yeah. So I always want to say have a backup plan or contingency plan, right? So save a little bit of money just in case you might run into those dry patches where you're not making as many sales, or you're not booking as many shoots, or you want to make sure you have some type of cushion to fall back on just in case anything goes, you get a little drought in your season sometimes. And so you want to make sure you just have a little cushion. And then for me, I have already been like actively saving money and stuff like that. But I also had the clientele already there, like that was already hitting me up. So that
Okay.
gave me the push too. And then also I had a couple friends telling me how I can market and advertise my business and how I need to post more, because you need to post about your business
Right.
so people know it exists. You need to share your products so people know they could, what they could buy. And so that's what I started doing. I started posting every single day. And then I started updating my website. I started putting my business on Google. I started listening on Yelp, on any type of search engine I could find. That's what I was doing pretty much, so that people could know about Chelle LaBelle Photography and Chelle LaBelle Studios, basically. And so what I will say is, make sure you have a plan. Make sure you have a little cushion, little savings just in case you go into that little drought season. And then also too, you want to make sure that you have a good support system too. Some like even if it's just two people, just make sure you have some type of support. That way, when your shoulders get heavy, they could lift them up for you. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
Yeah, so that's very, very important. But I will say this, we're young, right? So that was one of the other things too for me. I don't have children, so I knew that if I was to quit my corporate job, I can always find another job, right? Because, I'm still young, I don't have kids, I don't really have that much to really be responsible for. Like, I do have responsibilities and
Right.
bills, but it wasn't to the point where I was, okay, I have to stay here, knowing that this is what I really wanted to do. This is what was calling me. You know what I'm saying? I had that choice, and I'm just grateful for that. So I left, and so I jumped out on faith, and I did it, and it's been the best decision I've ever made. So
Right.
yeah.
So I love that because it takes a lot of courage to do that. A lot of people don't do that with their entrepreneurship, but they always have the desire. And so it's good to hear someone who is doing it and what they did to do it and then how they're maintaining it.
Mm,
And it's just good to see that because we're not always told like you could do that. It's a reality.
yeah,
You can make that happen. Even with having kids and the babies and stuff, I still feel like people can step out as long as
yeah.
you do the things that you said and think about your business in that way and be consistent. You being
Be
consistent.
consistent. That's the main thing. So people have to realize, like, I don't have to be the best photographer in the game. You know what I'm saying? I don't even have to really take good pictures, but if I'm consistent, that's gonna put me ahead of everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Because the thing that's different about me compared to the next photographer, I'm not giving up. I'm gonna keep going. Like, I'm gonna keep on pushing out work. I'm gonna keep on booking clients. I'm gonna keep on posting. I post every single photo shoot for a reason. And a lot of people don't like to post like every single shoot. They only like to post their best. And I'm just like, no, I'm going to post every single photo shoot because I want to see my progress. And I also want you to see that I'm consistently, booking photo shoots and I'm doing this. And so people could see it, basically. So you always want to be consistent and just never give up, because that's what's going to put you ahead of everybody else in the game.
Okay, y'all. If y'all just tuning in, y'all are hearing some wise words and some wisdom and inspiration from Michelle Miller of Chelle LaBelle Photography. Y'all can give some hearts and some love and tell us hi. I see Delilah was on. Odell. I see TJ Woodford, April. I don't know if you're still on. And I see some other people that was on earlier. So please, as we are having this interview, make sure you are liking and sharing it. That keeps the video viral so people can see Michelle and learn about Chelle LaBelle Photography and just be inspired and also patronize her business because she needs some dollars. Okay.
Okay.
But we gonna get into the rest of these questions. I want to know what makes a girl boss to you.
Oh, okay. That's a really good question. Because when you think of boss, right, you think of somebody that's in control, somebody who has authority over someone or something. And so to me, I feel like a girl boss, or even a boss, right? Um, in order to be a boss, you have to have a couple things. For one, you have to be a leader, right? You have to be able to lead um whoever it is that you're, the boss of, or whatever it is you're the boss of. You have to be able to lead. And then in order to do that, you have to have confidence in yourself. You have to know what it is that you're doing. So you have to have the knowledge, and then you have to have the passion, right? You have to have the passion for what it is you're doing. The second thing I would say, what makes a girl boss or a boss in general, is um, you have to be prepared. You have to be prepared and organized, because running a business and being a boss, things come up, right? So like things come out the woodworks, and sometimes you don't know how to handle these situations. So it's best to be over prepared. Like when I go into photo shoots, I bring extra lights, I bring extra umbrellas, because I bring an extra battery, extra SD cards, because one time I went to a photo shoot and I ran out of memory on my SD card. I was not prepared for that. I didn't have an extra one. So it's very important to be prepared, to be organized, in case issues come up. That way you could be able to solve them. And then also too, to have a plan or a goal, whatever it is that you want to do or want to achieve. You have to have that vision for it. You have to have a clear vision on what it is you want to do, and then you have to go out and do it. Like I said, being consistent, working hard, and never giving up, those what makes a boss, basically. And so to me, and then a girl boss is even more powerful, right? Because as women, we have to work twice as hard to be even in the spaces that's dominated by men. And so it could be a little intimidating at the same time. But if you're confident in yourself and you know you're a leader, we could share the same spaces now, and be as equally successful. So I will say that a girl boss is a leader, someone that's well organized, well prepared, and someone who has a clear vision on what it is that they're doing, and the knowledge to do it. So
Wow. I love all that you said, and it made me think about something else that I wanted to ask you. Like, what are some of the difficulties you have faced? I know photography can kind of be a male driven, which a lot of industries can kind of be male dominated and driven. But how do you combat dealing with that kind of issue?
Um, yeah, that's a really, really good question. Because at first it used to sting, right? It used to hurt my feelings when I used to like reach out to other photographers for help, and or to get insight on a specific prop or anything like that. And I would be basically told, like basically sent off. You know what I'm saying? Like they wouldn't give me the specific answer, or they would say, hey, look it up, Google it, or go to YouTube. You know what I'm saying? And which is all good advice. I'm not gonna knock YouTube. That's actually a really good advice on ways to learn a bunch of different photography tips. But I think for me, it was a little difficult, because I felt like um being new, and then you seeing what I'm doing, you seeing that I'm working hard, like this is something that I want to do, and I
Right.
reach for help or mentorship, and then you kind of like, cast me aside. It hurts a little bit, but I have to realize that not everyone is going to be as supportive. You know what I'm saying? Not everyone is going to be able to help you. Sometimes you're going to have to help yourself first, and that's okay. So that made me kind of like learn more like about what it is that I was doing. So going to YouTube, going to seminars. I actually registered for ClickCon this year, so I'm very excited about that, because I want to learn as much as I can.
Right.
Um, but I will say this: there are a few photographer friends that I do have that do help me. So I don't want to make it seem like all of them was just like telling me no, but I do have a few, and I will shout them out too later on. Um, but yeah, so it kind of starts there, and then I have to look at myself internally and think, okay, Michelle, it's if this is something you want to do, you're gonna have to go out and get it, regardless of someone
Right.
else to know, right? So again, it's just all about that attitude, having that confidence, and then being able to, go out and just do it on your own, basically.
Right. I'm just glad, like, I know you and other female photographers that are still pressing forth, even though this can be a male dominated field. And even though I'm not fully like doing photography yet, but I'm assisting my husband within his business, still getting my foot in, with that too. That it's good that, yes, some people do embrace, but then it is some spaces where it's not so much embraced. And speaking of Click On, that's a women owned and a women started conference. So I'm so glad
Wow,
you
I didn't
will
know
be
that.
attending. Yes. Her
Yes.
name is Sherry Hagerman. So shout out Sherry. She is a boss woman because she is in this male dominated field where most of these conferences are ran by men. But
Yeah.
I don't know if she's the only woman to have a conference of her own. I'm gonna have to look that up. But she is definitely boss for being that kind of person to do that. And she, just a lot of the attendees are men that are at these conferences. And then, yes, it's women too, but it's really a lot of men you see. And
Yep.
so it's just good. It's empowering to see another woman who is a photographer having her own conference. And that
Yes.
shows you can do that. Like you said, you want to do the mentoring, you can have a conference one day.
That's true. That is true. That is true. So yeah, that is something I want to probably look into, but the only thing is, like, public speaking like this is like really difficult for me, and I've been telling you this, so I've been like a little nervous, but I feel like that's what I have to do. Like, I have to be uncomfortable in order to grow. And so I love these challenges because it's going to basically improve what it is that I'm doing, improve me as a businesswoman all around, all together. So I like doing this, and it's super crazy because my cousin, she just reached out to me too for to ask me to interview me for her innovative business or something she's doing. And so I said, oh, another one.
Yes. I
Yes,
started something God rather did,
you
and he's gonna
really
keep
did.
it going.
You really did. You
And
really did start
you're doing a great job, isn't she? Facebook, give us
something.
some hearts, give us some love. Already I see some comments of people giving smiley faces. Thank you, Rhonda. You just joined, another entrepreneur. You doing a great job. So sometimes we be hard on ourselves, but every single person I interviewed in this month had never been interviewed like that. So I was so happy to bust their cherry. Now you guys are going to go off on your way and do better interviews than this. Like I said, you're going to sit down with Oprah and all these other people, better
Yes.
interviewers than I. So this is just the start,
But it's
You're
a
going to be
great
doing so
start.
much.
This is a great start. So I really love what you're doing. I want to say thank you for even considering me for this. And I love women supporting women. Like, this is amazing what you're doing. So, and best believe people are watching you, Angel. So you keep doing this. You
Oh
keep
God,
doing
this made me nervous.
Trust me,
Well,
they are watching. So this is, yeah, phenomenal. Just amazing.
well,
Just
thank you. I don't really do this for myself. I do this for others because I'm really a person about the people when it comes from my ministry to what I'm doing. Otherwise, it's all about uplifting our people.
mm.
Um, so I want to move on to the next question. I want to know, what would you tell your younger self? Now you've been through everything in your life thus far. What would you give advice to your younger self to do differently?
Yes. So I am 31. I'll be 32 this year. And it's super crazy because if I was to see my younger self and tell my younger self something, I will tell her to love yourself first, girl. Love yourself first more than anything and anyone. Because the most important part of you is the way you treat yourself, right? The way you love on yourself, and never allow anyone to tell you what you can't do. I've been told that I couldn't do certain things, or that wouldn't fit me or whatever, and so, or I shouldn't quit my job, and
Hmm.
I didn't listen. You know what I'm saying? I always kind of like went in one ear and out the other. So their opinions never mattered. So never, allow anyone to tell me what I can't do. And I will tell my younger self too to ignore them boys. You know what I'm saying? Ignore. They're just a distraction. Okay, because when I growing up, I used to, I used to be so in love, and then I didn't even know what love was, right? And so
Right.
I was telling myself, leave them boys alone. They just a distraction, and listen to your mama because she knows everything, and she usually always right. So listen to your mama, and and don't be afraid to do whatever it is that you want to do, because that fear will sink in and it will stop you from being successful. So I would tell myself, don't be afraid to do anything. Just try. You know what I'm saying? Nothing beats a failure but a try. So if you don't try anything, how would you know if you could do it or
Right.
not? So don't be afraid. And that was about it.
That's some good things. That was some good things to tell your younger self. I did tell my younger self, if I was able to see my younger self, what I would tell myself. Yeah, it would be a lot of things.
It will be
Um,
a lot.
I would
I
have to tell myself a lot of things,
have,
unfortunately. But the next question I want to ask you, what is the biggest no you were given and how did you bounce back from it?
Okay, so the biggest no, that's a kind of a hard one because I don't get told no too often because I don't really like to ask for help. A lot of times I try to like kind of try to figure it out on my own. But and then I also take it as God saying not yet. Okay, so even though it may seem like a no, it might just be not yet. But I will say, recently I applied for some small business grants, scholarships to help better my business, and I really, really needed these funds to help me with my business, and so I didn't get any of them. I think I applied to about 3 or 4 of them this year so far, and basically was told no, and that's okay because that's just God saying not yet. And so those grants wasn't for me, but maybe the next ones might be. And I was a little discouraged, but then I have to realize too that even though the funds didn't come from those grants and scholarship, the funds was coming from the clients. The funds was coming from them booking the events, the photo shoots, and all that. So even though I felt like this was a loss, I really wasn't losing anything because I was able to still sustain my business without it. And so yeah, so that's how I look at everything too. Like it's not a no per se. It's just a not yet.
Okay. Come on, Evangelist Michelle. She said that will preach. It's not a no. It's not yet. I like that.
It's not yet, I'm still single, no ring, but that's just because it's not yet. It's not my turn yet.
Yes, you better say that. You helping somebody. I see you, Delilah, giving us a lot of hearts. So you
Yes,
helping
shout out
somebody
my
with that word. That word. So where do you see your businesses going in 3 years?
So 3 years from now, I would say I definitely see that mentorship program we discussed earlier. I see that up and running. I also see me having a commercial space for Chelle LaBelle Studios, like a bigger space than what I have now. And then it'll be my own space. And then, like I said, I also see Chelle LaBelle Studios as a makeup studio, photography, videography, and models for costumes and stuff like that all over the country, right? So in different cities, we're gonna have a Chelle LaBelle Studios all over. So I want to trademark that and then grow that. And then also, even though I'm buying commercial property under Chelle LaBelle Studios, I also want to get into real estate photography too, because I also want to take pictures of my properties and be able to show people like you need a photographer for your real estate,
Right.
for your property you're trying to sell. You need professional photos of those rooms, them 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, the pool outside. You want pictures of that stuff, right? So that's another field that we could market to, you know what I'm saying? So I want to get into that. So 3 years from now, that's probably what I see. Me traveling a lot more as well, doing photo shoots for different people all over. So yeah, that's the goal. That's the
Okay,
goal.
okay. I was happening to be with one of our photography friends on Sunday in his house. Eric Robertson is his name. And
Yes.
we were talking about, the other things that you want to do as a photographer. And Shannon mentioned something that we wanted to get into, which was doing, we were watching the Oscars. We're doing those types of events. I don't know if that's
Mm,
something, I know you say you want to travel, so I don't know if that's something you want to get into, or magazine publication,
yes.
photography.
Yes, yes, absolutely. I even thought about going to LA. I have cousins out there, so I wanted to go to LA and kind of get into the photography field because the way they're doing photography is so different. Like they, of course, are working with celebrities. I work with normal people, like regular people that don't know how to pose, that don't know how to model, and I pretty much pose them up and make them look like models. Like you would think that my clients were just automatically knowing what they were doing. No, like I basically sit them down, I pose them from head to toe, and I would like to work with more models that are more experienced just to see what kind of shots I can come up with or what type of creative things I can come up with more experienced people.
Right.
So it's just a whole different world, right? So yes, I am looking into that, but yeah, I like what I'm doing so far. Working with my people, working with people in my community, just the regular people. I love that. But I also want to also try to see what that celebrity life is like or what those award shows are like cuz that could be fun too.
Right, right. And I definitely can see you doing that. Like I said, I feel like your business is just like, I don't know if you've seen like this, when a avalanche happens and like the snow just keeps building around it. That's what I feel like your business is doing. It's getting bigger and
Yeah.
bigger. And at the end, it's going to be this big ball of everything, but it's going to be great. And I feel like you're just going into a greater place. And so don't, limit yourself, I would say, in that. Continue to even push yourself, just continue to push yourself even out your box. Sometimes I'm
Yeah.
glad you come into the conference because it's something you say you want to get into, working with experienced models. You'll get to do that at Click On. These are some experienced models, but I'm gonna tell you some advice. Even the experienced ones want to be posed.
Exactly.
Some
No,
will test you. They want to
I
see what your
definitely
vision
do.
is. So even
Yeah.
those, even the celebrities, they be like, okay, I want to see what she gonna do with me.
Right. Yes, I agree. I agree.
Yep. But you're gonna do great. You're gonna continue to do many amazing and great things, and I am so excited to watch as it unfolds. What do you like most about being an entrepreneur and a photographer?
The thing I like most about being an entrepreneur is the freedom to do whatever it is I want to do. Like it's it's a different type of feeling when you're able to you're your own boss at this point. Like you have no one telling you what to do, no one setting your schedule for you, no deadline, well, still deadlines that you have to meet, but they're your own, right? And so not being able to um not having to answer to someone else, that's very important to me. Like that freedom was just a breath of fresh air. So I really love that. I also love running a photography business. See, a lot of people think it's easy to just go. I'm a picture lady. I just come in, I take your picture, and then boom, I send you these beautiful images. But they don't see the work that goes behind it, and it's very important for them to realize like it's a whole structure behind it. Like I have contracts, I have invoicing, I have emails, I have inquiries I have to respond to, I have follow-ups. I get on the phone with every single new client just so that I can explain my process, explain how this photo shoot thing works, and make them feel comfortable so they'll know, like, they can hear my voice, they can hear what I sound like, they kind of get a mesh of each other's personalities. And so I love doing that. And so I talk to people every single day. Sometimes it could get overwhelming because I'm sort of like an introvert. I really don't like, a lot of people, talking to a lot of people, because it makes me a little anxious. So, but to do it is so rewarding. Like I love doing it. And so that's one thing. And then they also don't see the hours I spent learning Photoshop, Lightroom, trying to basically learn my equipment and gear, and that's all exciting too. I love that. um and what else I love about being an entrepreneur? It's something very, very powerful about waking up every day, you know what I'm saying? Having the freedom to do what you want, be as creative as you want, and then people loving your work. Like that is phenomenal. So that's what I love about this business, or that's what I really love about being an entrepreneur, like the freedom to do and be as creative as I want to be.
Right. I love everything you said, and you actually make me think of something else I want to kind of ask you about, because me and Shannon and even Eric were talking about that. How do you combat in this field, or in being an entrepreneur, sticking to that your price is like your price, and also making, like you said, people understand that you um just basically what you do, it takes a lot to do what you do, so people
Yes,
sometimes don't understand why things are priced at what they're priced at. But
yes, 'cause
just
their
I
own.
want to talk about that more.
Yes, absolutely. And so being an entrepreneur or a business person, you have to understand that you're they're not paying for your product, really. They're paying for your knowledge, your experience, what you know, the time it takes for you to learn your craft. That's what they're paying for, right? Because they want to make sure that they get those images. But to be honest, they're paying for, what I'm saying, your experience, your knowledge. And so you always, and I always used to like argue with myself too with this about my pricing. um I'm a price what I'm worth. At this point in my photography career, I feel like my prices are set to where they should be, especially for the amount of time I didn't put in to the finished product that I give you. I feel like it equates. As soon as I start putting out work that's like higher end level, the prices will have to go up. And that's just common sense, right? Because sometimes you grow in your business and you learn a better technique, and you realize, hey, I could charge a little bit more for this now, because now it's more professional, it looks much better, and this is, you know what I'm saying, this is what I see other photographers with similar work price that I think I can reach that price point as well. And so you always want to charge what you're worth, and then also remind the client too that you're paying for my years of experience, my knowledge, everything that I've been, going through and learning that up until this point. That's what you pretty much getting. And that's why my price is my price. But a lot of people don't they don't understand that sometimes. And so they
Yeah.
kind of, and your time. I always want to stress that your time is the most valuable thing that you have. Like, time is so important to me, because a lot of time we get 24 hours in a day. You know what I'm saying? 7 or 8 of those hours are for sleeping, and then you have to work the rest of those hours, or you have to make sure you use your time wisely the rest of those hours, right? And
Yeah.
so a lot of clients, they they sometimes they misuse your time, but some of them don't. Some of them respect your time, but if they don't, you have to pay for that time. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So that's another thing. Entrepreneurs, business people, pay them, let them pay you for your time. Your time isn't free. We don't know how long we have left, what I'm saying, on this earth. And so it's very important that you use your time wisely. And that's what I'm learning too, to do, because if I can save time doing something else, I will. I will pay for my time. I will pay someone like I'm gonna give you this example. I'm in the hair salon or in the nail salon, and I had a photo shoot at a certain time, and I was trying to get my eyebrows waxed. And so I literally paid the lady that was before me for her eyebrows just so that I could get in the chair before her so I could get out the door into my
Okay.
photo. I will pay for my time because I know my time is more valuable. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you have to make those decisions because money will come and go. You know what I'm saying? It's your time you won't get back.
Right.
So that's
Man,
how
that's so wise what you just said. And this is why you a boss. Like just what you just said. I hope y'all caught that nugget and you hold on to it because she just dropped some gems.
right.
Um, she just sprinkled some gems on y'all. So I
Yes.
hope y'all caught it and you got it in your hand and you're holding on to that because that was some good sauce that she just poured on y'all. Okay. So make sure that y'all are doing these things, all the things that Michelle has mentioned today, consistency, just, being, your time, being wise with your time, working smart, not hard. Um, all of these things are wise things to think about. Not having fear, being just able to step out, having a contingency plan. All of that is important and being a boss and having your own business and just grinding and doing whatever you're doing out there, everyone. And I am just so happy, Michelle, to have interviewed you today. Like, I was really excited about doing this today. And when I seen it was the anniversary of your studio, I was just like, wow, God, this is making it even more amazing and more of a celebration and more of a moment, too, because it's a special day for you as well. And so, I just wish all of the best towards everything you're putting your hands to, everything you want to put your hands to, all the vision that you have shared with us today, because you don't always have to share what you're going to do, because sometimes people, hold on to it. But I'm glad you released it out there into the atmosphere and it's going to manifest. And I just, again, pray that God sends you the team, sends you the resources, sends you all of the ways and revenue to be able to do the things you want to do. And also keeps your stamina up. I felt sound like Lizzo now. I watched that Lizzo show. She kept talking about stamina. Keeps your stamina up while you are doing what you're doing with grinding and working every day. Me and Shannon actually drove past your studio yesterday, and I meant to call and be like, just pop up on you. I'm gonna do that one day. Just pop up.
Yeah.
See if you at the studio. Just pop in.
Word.
But it's just like I said, it's just amazing to know you. It's amazing how God connected us through Phoenix. Shout out to Phoenix. I
Yes.
talked to her maybe a month ago, but
Oh,
another boss
that's
woman,
good.
another sweet woman. But it's just amazing how we met one another and we connected, and we just, I fell in love with you. Me and Shannon, we
Yes.
loved
I
you,
love
and then
you
how
guys
you
too.
and we appreciate you and how you just included us in your life, included us in your vision, included us in your business,
Yeah.
and utilized us even in business. And we've worked together too, and that's special because it's not a lot of people in your industry you can work together with, or you can call on, or you can like rely on. And it's good that I can say I have people in the photography world who are my brothers and my sisters, and they really are there for us in personal and in business ways. And so I appreciate you for being
Yeah.
one of those people.
No, no problem, Angel. Because whenever you call on me, I'm always coming, okay? Because you guys have also been in my corner. So I love to support those who support me, and we support each other. So again, I really do appreciate you for doing this, getting me out of my comfort zone. You making me making me feel like and I'm so blessed because it's like, yes, I'm a boss. Yes, I'm an entrepreneur, businesswoman, all those things. But I wouldn't be as great as I am if I didn't have those connections with you guys and not everybody else that's in my circle, right? So shout out my sister, shout out my friends, Jazz, Delilah, Giselle, shout out Tyree, who also helps me. Daryl Hammond is another great photographer that I reached out
Yes.
to. that supports me as well, and everyone else, all of my clients that continually come back to me and book with me, because they have a lot of options, right? They have a lot of choices, but they choose me every time. And so I'm just so grateful for that. And just it's a blessing. It's a blessing.
So tell people where they can connect with you on social media, and the website, so they can see all of the awesomeness that I see every day. Because she posts, y'all. She's not lying. She posts every day, every hour, every second. She make us want to post more. Like, I'll be like, Shannon, she posted something again. Get on there and say something about SEO service. No, but I don't say that. That's not in a competition mode. You also don't take that the wrong way. I say
No,
that as she making me like, we need to get on our stuff.
to inspire y'all. Like, that's the thing. Like, I hope people are looking at my work and they're going, I see her. Listen, this makes me want to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I see she running her own studio. I can do it. So I always want to inspire. Oh, all right.
Oh, that's okay.
Let me see. I'm on? I'm on. You can see me?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. Sorry, that was my alarm for my for my lunchtime. That's how much I be working. And it kind of interrupted the last. But yes,
Okay.
yeah. Hold on. I'm still echo.
Yeah, it broke up a little bit. Oh, you got stuck. Hopefully it comes back, you guys. Oh my God, we've been having a great interview. There we go. There we go.
It's back. Okay. And so you can
Okay.
um go follow me on Instagram at Chelle_LaBelle. And you can also follow me on TikTok, Chelle LaBelle, and my website, ChelleLaBellePhotography.com. And I also posted in the comments as well, so that people can click the link. And boom, that's
But make sure
that.
you post in there. Well, it's probably on your website and all your social media too,
Yep.
but just where they can find your studio if they actually,
Yes.
are looking for a local studio in the area of Chicago. You have one that you can go to and find her right there. Well, I don't know if she's there all the time, but
Yes. So usually I'm in the studio Thursday through Sunday. Monday through Wednesday I'm usually at home, but sometimes I will be in the studio later on that evening. But for the most part, I'm there all weekend, every
okay.
weekend. Yeah.
Okay. And also, you guys heard it. If you are an up and coming photographer and you are looking for some mentorship and some support, she will be launching soon My Belle's mentorship, where you will come underneath the great Michelle Miller and learn about photography and learn about business and learn how to be the boss that she is. And there is a lot of budding photographers out there. So I know that I have some friends who haven't fully went into their business. This might be an opportunity for you to connect with someone who looks like you, who sounds like you, who is in your same city and state, and that can be an inspiration to you. So if that's you, make sure you reach out to her for that. So when she does launch it, you're the first one on the list to be a part of what she's doing with that.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely.
So this has been great. Again,
It
thank
wasn't
you,
that
Michelle.
bad. It wasn't that bad. I
It
was
was
real
more than
nervous.
great. It was wonderful. You did wonderful.
It was, it was good. Okay, I can do this.
Yeah, you look wonderful. You sound wonderful. Everything how you answered, it was all inspirational, wonderful, and authentic. And I think everyone who came on was inspired. I thank Delilah, Rhonda, let me see, Miss Devin, Odell. Who else we got on here? April and my cousin Sequana. I appreciate all of you all, even the ones that I cannot see. I appreciate you for tuning in today. This is concluding Women History Month, the Hour of Power Boss Talks I've been doing in this month. But I will, like I said, be continuing on these great interviews with women and with men for the rest of the year in different ways. And so I will hope that you all will go to the YouTube Angels Good Vibes Zone and subscribe. I need some subscribers, so go there and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram and Facebook, Angels Good Vibes Zone. I'm trying to do as much as I can to bring you positive, inspirational content. Every day I've been, except for the past few days, been highlighting women. Other than just these interviews, I've been highlighting women almost every day and posting videos of these women also answering some of the questions I gave Michelle today. So it's been an amazing piece this month doing that. I've been blessed. Some celebrities I've honored, they've even reposted it. So that's been major. That's been kind of dope. I had Jacayla Carr inbox me and said, thank you for doing that. I love you for highlighting me. That was really cool. She did not have to do that, but she did. So
they watching you, Angel. They watching you. You better get ready.
I hope Michelle Obama's watching. If you are watching, I want to interview you. No, I'm just not, but for real, I really
put
do
it out there. Put it out there.
But yeah, I do believe, because I'm being consistent, like you said, God is going to be a blessing with this piece and continue to just bless me to move further in my dreams and aspirations. So I thank you, Michelle, for being a part of this, taking out the time. I know you're a busy woman and have lots to do on your schedule. Like you said, you got even an alarm to eat. I need to do that. I be messing up with my eating.
Exactly. Always set a schedule. I'm trying to tell you, time. You will lose it if you didn't set like a steady schedule. So
right.
I try to do. I make time for the things that are important, and this was one of them. So thank you so much for working around my schedule. And I know we had to reschedule it, like you said, but I appreciate you. Thank you so much for having me. And I love this. I love you. I love what you're doing. Keep doing it.
And men out there, if you are looking for a chocolate, wonderful, glowing boss woman, Michelle is available. No, just
yeah, plug in the husband to come see me soon, please. Listen.
That's a sexy picture. I'm not matchmaking her, but if you are out there and you are not on no games and about your money too, then she is looking for you.
Exactly. I love it. We always want to plug that in.
But on a serious note, thank y'all for tuning in to this live. And make sure you reshare this live today. If you're catching the replay, we thank you too for joining. And again, this is Angel Lofton, Angel's Good Vibes Zone, Michelle Miller of Chelle LaBelle Photography. I'm sorry, getting tongue tied.
That's all right. You got it.
Make sure y'all support her, patronize her business, and send her some friend requests if she still has some requests available, because I know she's a very popular woman. But if you want to connect more with her, it's Michelle Miller, her personal. If she accepts your request, then yeah, make that happen. But otherwise, get at all her other social medias and her website, which is also in the comments. And yeah, just continue to spread love, you all. It's still Women's History Month. We still have some days left to spread love. So make sure you're spreading love to all the women that you know and letting them know how special they are. So Michelle, I hope you have a great rest of the day. Happy anniversary. I hope that you popping some bottles today and doing all that and just celebrating yourself, because you definitely are worthy of that.
Thank you so much. And I will be.
All right. Well, I know you got to get to eat. I think it's almost time for me to eat too. You have a great rest of the day.
Right, because you eating for two now. Feed my baby.
Yeah. So y'all have a good day.
Okay, you too.
Bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye.